Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
If you're a vintage toy collector, we've got a list of stores selling those rare finds. Good Thursday morning, and thank you so much for tuning in to 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. Starting off with your business news, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. Las Vegas Stadium Authority's chairman says the Athletics should break ground on their $1.75 billion Las Vegas Strip ballpark in June. Now that's keeping the project on track for the 2028 debut. Stadium Authority Chairman Steve Hill says there is already a fair amount of work already going on at the stadium site as crews clear the rubble from last year's Tropicana implosion. With a construction timeline of 31 to 33 months, a completion would fall sometime between January and March of 2028, the year the A's expect to start playing in Las Vegas. The stadium already received the county's approval of zoning and permits for the project and clearance by the Federal Aviation Administration. The A's have filed permit applications for site excavation and foundation work, and those permits are in review according to county records. Moving on to your top stories, the man accused of orchestrating the killing of rapper Tupac Shakur is found guilty of battery after a jailhouse fight with another inmate. Prosecutors say Dwayne Keefe D. Davis and another inmate struck each other during an altercation at the Clark County Detention Center on December 23rd, and it was captured in surveillance footage. Now, Davis was indicted in February on counts of battery by a prisoner and challenging someone to a fight. His attorney argued Davis was acting in self-defense. He was found guilty on both counts after jurors deliberated for less than an hour and a half on Wednesday. In a separate case, Davis is accused of organizing the fight that killed Shakur near the Strip in 1996 as retaliation for a fight involving Shakur and his nephew. A federal grand jury on Wednesday indicting the man accused of lighting Tesla vehicles on fire in Las Vegas. 36-year-old Paul Kim is charged with arson, attempted arson, and possession of an unregistered firearm. Authorities allege Kim vandalized at least 5 Teslas in the early hours of March 18th at a Tesla service center near Jones and the 215. He's accused of shooting a gun inside vehicles and lighting them on fire with Molotov cocktails. Kim is scheduled for an initial appearance on April 15th. Clark County Wetlands Park catching fire for the second time in a month on Wednesday evening. Fire crews responded to a fire on the east side of the Las Vegas Wash near the Duck Creek Trailhead at around 7 p.m., according to the Clark County Fire Department. Firefighters were able to stop the progress of the fire and were working to knock down hot spots. The Bureau of Land Management also responded. On March 31st, a fire burned an estimated 34 acres. The county said last week that fire was human caused. In your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Dry and warm conditions continue in the forecast for your Thursday. Morning temperatures in the 70s. We'll be seeing them increase into the 80s by 8 a.m. with a high of 94 degrees by 4 p.m. Temperatures will continue in the 90s range into the weekend, expecting a high of 98 degrees on Friday, dipping to 93 degrees on Saturday with increasing winds and cloudy skies. We're also going to be finishing off the weekend with sunshine back in the forecast and a high of 91 degrees on Sunday.
Sports brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. I'm Heidi Fang, and the Raiders will have a star quarterback in for a top 30 visit next week. The team will host Colorado's Shedeur Sanders at their Henderson headquarters. Sanders, who also has ties to minority owner Tom Brady, joins quarterbacks Quinn Ewers, Ole Miss's Jackson Dart, and Will Howard in pre-draft visits. The Silver and Black hold the number 6 pick in the draft and are hosting top talent for visits this week, including Boise State running back Ashton Genty, offensive tackle Will Campbell, and Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham. Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Denver Nuggets fired coach Michael Malone and general manager Calvin Booth this week, but the move had no impact on their NBA title odds at BetMGM. The Nuggets remained the 6th choice at 20-1 to win the championship after being at 14-1 a week ago. Denver had lost 4 straight and 7 of its past 10 entering Wednesday's game at Sacramento. Oklahoma City is the plus 175 favorite to win the title, with the Celtics the plus 220 second choice.
In your health news, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. Lights on the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign turned blue in honor of Child Abuse Prevention Month.
3, 2, 1.
Clark County commissioners and representatives from Olive Crest were there to flip the switch for the occasion. Commissioner Michael Neff says last year, Clark County's Child Protective Services staff investigated more than 12,000 instances of alleged abuse and neglect, and of those investigations, at least 3,000 were valid.
Recognizing Child Abuse Prevention Month using Clark County's brightest and most iconic light right here raises awareness and spurs action throughout our community. We must continue to strengthen the safety of our children, ensuring diligent reporting, and commit to preventing these tragedies moving forward.
Anyone who suspects child abuse or neglect is encouraged to call the Clark County Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline at 702-399-0081. In your lifestyle news, if you collect retro toys, then you know finding them can be a bit challenging, but there are some stores in Vegas where you can discover those rarities. Brad's Toys and Collectibles sells everything from Funko Pops and U2's figurines to trading cards, plush toys, action figures, and Disney-branded merchandise. It has several locations you can visit throughout the Las Vegas Valley. Rogue Toys offers new and collectible toys that date back to the 1970s, including Star Wars, Matchbox, Harry Potter, and so much more, according to the store's website. They also sell retro video game consoles that go back as far as the original Nintendo. There are 3 locations in the Las Vegas Valley, and to see that full list of retro toy stores, you can visit lvrj.com. Let's move on to your entertainment. Sponsored by Arizona Trolleys has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to arizonatrolleys.com to see who's playing. Tickets for the 2025 Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix are now on sale. Ticket prices range from $50 for a single day to $25,000 for the highest priced luxury hospitality space. This year, F1 is hoping to draw in more Southern Nevadans who got a 24-hour head start on purchasing them.
Be our first crack at single day tickets. Like I mentioned, $50 for locals. We know some of them will work during the race week. We know they are a huge part of the Strip workforce, so we want to make sure they have priority access for the days that they are able to come out to the race.
Prices for the 2025 race are down an average of 35% compared to last year. This year's Las Vegas Grand Prix weekend will be November 20th through the 22nd, and you can get tickets at f1lasvegasgp.com. That's it for your 7 at 7 a.m. news update. You can tune into 7 at 7 weekdays on any of your favorite streaming platforms to stay up to date on the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studios, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.